What a night of fights. And we called most of the card at least. Absolutely crazy night. I did not see that main event going that way. But CM Punk going in there, what did I tell you was going to happen? This is just, it's not a show. This is not the WWE. You're going in there, making go, oh yeah, has 2 fights. This kid's been doing this forever. Watch your back, CM Punk. That was crazy, man. You started getting a little cocky towards the end of that. We all thought you maybe had a trick up your sleeve. Damn, I do give him credit for going in there, though, guys. I definitely give him a lot of credit for going in there, putting everything on the line that he did, fighting in Philadelphia. Not Philadelphia. What am I talking about? Fighting in Cleveland, the same place that he retired. But what a crazy night of fights. Let's review the card really quick. Poor Stipe, man. And we're going to get into that in a second. Betch Kohea, though. In that fight, I got so mad. So mad. Honestly, guys, I had it 1 round going to Jessica Evil. The second round, alright, maybe you can say that went to Betch Kohea. Maybe. It was a very close round. But that third round, without a doubt, went to Jessica Evil. As soon as the judges were reading it, or as soon as Bruce Buffer was reading it, he looked to the judges like, is this right? Winner by split decision. Betch Kohea, what? I absolutely flipped out. Actually got reported on Periscope. My Periscope account actually got reported for streaming that fight, but I thought it was free on FS1, so what's the difference? Anyways, guys, what a crazy night of fights. After that, we were blessed with a little bit of Jessica Andrade versus Joanne Calderwood. Joanne Calderwood, to me, did not seem herself here, though. It did not seem like the Joanne Calderwood that we're used to. Even though she has like the voice of an angel, she's soft-spoken, it just didn't seem like JoJo to me. She went in there, she just looked nervous, and you know what Andrade kind of reminds me of? I would love to see her fight who other than Claudia Gadelha. I think that would be a great fight for Jessica Andrade. But then again, who knows? That fight was actually, I was leaning towards JoJo Calderwood to win that fight, but Andrade was just short, stocky. I don't think she looked natural to me, though. It didn't look natural, but congratulations to Jessica Andrade. That was a great performance. She got her on her back, laid the ground and pound in on her. JoJo was trying to land, some submissions. She had a little bit of distance. She had a reach advantage, but it just wasn't going her way in this fight. And I feel so bad for her because she came all the way over here. But then again, she was not the best fighter tonight. She just didn't seem like JoJo to me tonight. And let me know if I'm wrong, but that is not the Joanne Calderwood that I'm used to. But then again, Jessica Andrade going in there and really, really big fight. But these girls are both so close in the rankings. I think Andrade was ranked 7th and JoJo is ranked 6th. So very close in the rankings. However, we all know how that fight ended. It ended by Joanne Calderwood losing. Andrade winning. There you go. In the next fight, Uriah Faber, not looking like the elite fighter that we're used to seeing. That last fight with Dominic Cruz, he went in there, he scrapped. His footwork was good, but not as good as Dominic Cruz. Here we go in the fight with Rivera. Rivera winning 18 fights straight, I'm pretty sure they said, since 18 straight MMA fights. That's not UFC fights, that's MMA fights. Uriah Faber just got his leg chewed up once again. It was almost like a repeat of the Jose Aldo fight. It was almost a repeat of it, but then again, Jose Aldo was fire with those leg kicks. But then again, Rivera really switching it up in that first round. They were both feeling each other out, but chewed up Uriah's foot. He keeps standing with that very square stance. He's always stood in that stance. It's not working out for him here. He needed to use his footwork. If he was just going to stand there and bang with Rivera, it wasn't a good idea, and he learned that the hard way. And you know what? We would think that Uriah Faber is a seasoned enough fighter to know, all right, it's the third round. I'm down 2 rounds now. I need to either kick it up a gear and look for the finish or a submission, or pray that I win this by points in this last round. He didn't do either of them. And it was very upsetting to watch. It almost seemed like his heart was gone. And I do not want to say that about Uriah Faber because he's one of my favorite fighters out there. In the fight before Dominic Cruz, I forgot who he fought, but he almost knocked the dude out. He then went to fight Dominic Cruz. So this puts Uriah Faber in a very weird place now. Uriah Faber, unless Dominic Cruz goes in there and loses the belt very soon, he's just standing in there just to make a paycheck, it seems like. And tonight, it just fell apart on him. I don't know what he was doing. Maybe he plateaued. I want to know what you guys think about this, so make sure you guys tweet me on Twitter. Of course, giving the live updates tonight. Shout out to the Pure Evil Army. Shout out to Leslie, Yusuf, Jody, and Pat, Ring King, Big Paz, who's going to have to change his and we're going to get into this in a second. Shout out to Team MMA for Life, but Big Paz has to actually change his avatar now with the bet with Ann. Absolutely hilarious. We're going to get into that in a second, but Uriah Faber just not looking like the elite fighter that he is. I don't know what's going on. We're going to have to wait until we see the post-fight press conference, which is going to be starting probably in the next 15 to 20 minutes, but then again, every time we think that, we end up waiting until 2 a.m. for these press conferences, so we'll just play it by ear. I'll keep everybody updated, but wow, Uriah Faber, what are we going to do now, man? Are you plateaued? Should you change gyms? No, you're the coach. You're the captain of your gym. You got to bring somebody in. You try to bring Bang. Try to bring him in. And he stole your best fucking athlete. And now you got Cody Nolov in there, who's definitely could be the next champion. We'll talk about that very soon. So shout out to Cody Nolov because this was a big hometown fight for him. He was sitting there with Forrest Griffin. That was fucking awesome. That was great to see him there. Cody Nolov is being represented as one of the baddest men on the planet right now. I do not know about that, but he has been making an impressive stay so far in the UFC. Of course, he fought at UFC 189. He walked in with the kid, I forgot his name. He was suffering from a disease, maybe cancer, and I forgot his name, and I really wish I could remember it. However, we saw him in that fight and went to decision. But Cody Nolov is known for those first-round knockouts. This last fight at UFC 202, first-round knockout. Even my mom watched the fight and was just like, wow, this kid Cody, he really shows no love. So shout out to Mom for saying that. That was, of course, on our trip in Martha's Vineyard. If you guys don't know who I am, if this is your first time watching Pure Evil MMA, thanks for tuning in. I'm Evil Eddie from Pure Evil MMA, host of Pure Evil MMA. Brought to you by ProWrestlingAuthority.com. We have a great podcast set up. Of course, we just had Paul Felder on to talk about his upcoming fight in Brazil. That we are going to be talking about on the next episode. We are recording the podcast tomorrow. And another big announcement, guys. Tomorrow night, I will be on Cage-Side Submissions Talk with Lauren Murphy. Of course, you guys know who Lauren Murphy is if you're a UFC fan. So definitely check it out. It's going to be live between 8 p.m. Eastern Time to 10 p.m. Eastern Time, live on Black Talk Radio. Follow me on Twitter. I'll be linking the link in, and also on Facebook. Just search Pure Evil MMA. Of course, again, I'm your host, Evil Eddie. I will be going on Cage-Side Submission, so I'm looking forward to that. But let's get right into it, guys. CM Punk. Finally. I even woke my girlfriend, Angie Jabs, up for this one. I could not wait to watch this. We waited 2 years for this fight. And you know what? CM Punk looked like he started getting a little cocky there at the end. Correct me if I'm wrong. But in your first debut fight, for an MMA fighter, I don't care what your background is. If it's acting, if you're trying to play mind games. Bro, you shake your opponent's hand. At the weigh-ins, at the press, at least at the weigh-ins, man. Right before you're about to go in there the next day, you weigh in, you're both healthy, you both made it, you both got the paycheck, you both trained your asses off. Shake the man's hand. CM Punk started getting a little cocky, started putting on this little show, and it just wasn't going his way. We even saw it in the YouTube show that he was doing. CM Punk, I forgot what the name of it was. Let me pull up the next screen. Maybe it's on there. Whatever that show that CM Punk was doing, though, when he was throwing punches in, and let it be known that this is older footage. So we were like, maybe CM Punk has something up his sleeve. Of course, he's training with one of the best people that you could train with, Duke Rufus. Training with some of the biggest stars. You have some of the biggest UFC stars and ex-champs rooting you on, promoting you before your fight. You're going in there getting cocky, not shaking this man's hand. This is a big fight for both of you guys. I was just very upset about CM Punk doing that. But what happened? Exactly what we called out on Evil and Intoxicated every Wednesday night. We called it on the podcast. We've been talking about this for so long now. As soon as Mickey Gall was brought up, I wrote an article about it and everything. The prediction for Pure Evil MMA and myself was Mickey Gall first round submission by rear naked choke. I was kind of iffy on it at first, but they warmed him up in that UFC fight with Michael the Truth Jackson. It was a perfect little warm-up fight. I really wish they had CM Punk go on a season Ultimate Fighter, or maybe work his way up a different way. Of course, we saw with Brock Lesnar. If Brock Lesnar wanted to come over to the UFC, when he did come over to the UFC a couple years ago, he had to fight outside of the UFC for his first professional fight. He fought somewhere out in Japan, I'm pretty sure, and correct me if I'm wrong. Again, I do get my facts mixed up sometimes, but he did fight outside the UFC. I said this as well. I did not see, and still do not see, CM Punk by his fourth professional fight being champ like Brock Lesnar was. No way. The reason why we wanted to see Brock Lesnar fight in the UFC is because he's just a colossal dude. He looks like a straight up Spartan Olympian. He looks like he came off Mount Olympus. The reason for CM Punk to come in is what? Because he's a shit talker. He's a good entertainer. He was the champion in the WWE. That means nothing. As soon as that cage door shut on CM Punk, and I even had my girlfriend, I said, watch this. We are watching history. 2016, we've been seeing some crazy stuff. End of 2015, of course, with UFC 189. There's just been legendary fights coming, and I always waited for this moment in my life. All these stories growing up here, Muhammad Ali, Babe Ruth, watching Derek Jeter grow up. These are all legends that we wish we could see. Of course, Derek Jeter's a little too close to time, but you guys know what I'm saying here. These are the fights that we're going to be sharing with our children, our grandchildren. Fights like this. And what did we learn here? You can't be an entertainer and just think, all right, I have a chance and I have the opportunity to go in there. Let me train. Yeah, great. Congratulations, CM Punk. You had an opportunity. You went in there. You did what you did. You should not have played it cocky. You should not have. The UFC made a big mistake by promoting this way. What they should have done is kept this under wraps, had him train for at least more than 2 years, keep it under wraps, and then come out and be like, all right, here's some footage of CM Punk. He's secretly been training for this fight. He was working up. Really pay attention to what opponent he was going to be facing. Mickey Gall is absolutely an animal. He's like one of those kids in your math class who just has too much ADDs all over the place, and in gym class he's just all over you in volleyball, spiking balls in your face and stuff, just out of control. And we saw it in that fight with Michael the Truth Jackson. We saw it in the Dana White looking for a fight. He does the same thing in every fight. CM Punk even asked him when he got an octagon after the fight with Mike the Truth Jackson. He even said, is that the way you see this going down? And Mickey Gall looks at him, shook his hand, and said, yeah, man, that's how it's going down, and that's exactly what we saw tonight. So congratulations, Mickey Gall. You're going to have a great night, man. You definitely stapled your way into the UFC. You made a big debut, man. So congratulations, beating a superstar. Congratulations to CM Punk as well. I'm not going to diss him. Congratulations, man. You did a great job promoting the UFC, I guess, should I say, because that was really the only point in this, was the promotion of UFC, to bring fans over, to bring people in over interested, and, you know, what's this all about? Can this guy really go in there and, you know, beat some of the top athletes? Of course, Mickey Gall only has 2 professional fights, now 3, but then again, now he's 3-0. Either way, and I said this in the last show, if you're a new listener, it might be the first time you heard me say this, but either way, we were going to see Mickey Gall in the UFC a year from now, 2 years from now. Either way, this kid was coming, with or without CM Punk. So congratulations to him. That got us into our co-main event, and that was another exciting fight. And it ended in quite an uproar. We're going to get into that as well. So Verdum versus Travis Brown. And of course, my argument here, guys, I'm going to say it one last time. Robin Black tweeted the exact same thing and liked my post after I said this. Dude, after what happened in there tonight, in the second round, I think it was, at the end of the second round, Travis Brown went back to his corner. And of course, there's a lot of people out there talking about what happened the night that Ronda fought Holly Holm. When he was in the corner, you're doing great. You got it right where we want it. You're doing great. No, that's so far from the truth. Give this woman, this champion, this elite athlete, some real advice, man. She's paying you how much? Give her some real advice to go in there. Give her a game plan. Give her a strategy. He did the same thing tonight, guys. Edmond Taverdian did the same freaking thing tonight with Travis Brown. He got Mr. Rousey in his corner. And I should even say that because salute to Travis Brown. You're a warrior, man, and put up some great fights. But, however, in the corner, Edmond Taverdian goes, just beat the shit out of this mother effer. Just saying all this trash talk. Like, dude, you're a coach. You're on pay-per-view. We're paying to watch professional athletes. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? That is not going to help anyone at all. You can look at his Twitter timeline and see Joe Schmo with 36 followers saying the same thing. That you're getting paid how much to say? To coach this guy in his corner? I'm sure Travis Brown can find way better people to coach him. I'm sure Ronda Rousey can find way better people to coach her. The bond has to be broken now. I'm saying this to you, Ronda, if you're watching this, I know it's a long shot. Travis, if you hear this, I know it's a long shot. Come Monday morning, man, I really hope that you decide to change your gym. Robin Black said the same thing. He tweeted the same thing. The same minute I said it. And then I saw what Robin said. I liked it. He liked my tweet. It's the truth. What happened after that fight? Edmond Taverdian tried fighting Verdum. That is so unprofessional and embarrassed the shit out of Travis Brown. Travis Brown was standing there like, just embarrassed, just didn't know what to say. The man just lost a very important fight. If he won this, if you coached him the right way, if you cornered him the right way, give him a good strategy. Verdum was taking a lot of risks in this fight, if you guys didn't watch it. He was throwing some really, really wild stuff in there. And Travis Brown, he really jammed his thumb, broke his thumb, something in that first round, threw him off. He really needed his corner's help to coach him through this. I could have picked anyone off the street, I feel like, that could have coached Travis Brown and given him some sort of strategy or game plan tonight. What's going on over there? Ronda Rousey's mom even came out saying the same thing when Ronda lost her fight. Come Monday morning, Travis Brown, I really do hope that you change your fight camp. I hope that you realize that this is not the man that you should be staying with. You are plateaued right now because of this man. Ronda Rousey, you have a big future ahead of you, girl. You are one of the number one fighters in the world. What your next move is very important. Choose wisely. You have your man in there. The man who could father your children. This is your future. Make your choice. Make it wisely. You ask me, I always listen to my mother. So Ronda, if you heard it, take the advice. I'm not the only one saying it. Guys, what a great night of fights. That got us into our main event, and I know that I called Overeem here, and he actually knocked him down in that very first round. Overeem versus Stipe in that very first round went down. Stipe went in there just putting pressure on Overeem. And what happens? Overeem just kind of was running, but trying to reset himself. I don't know what to call that. But Stipe was just putting a lot of pressure on him. And at one point, Overeem fired back, landed a nice shot, dropped Stipe out cold, and then tried to choke him out. And after the fight, Overeem even said he thought that he tapped. He claims that he felt Stipe tap. And you know what? Joe Rogan even said it right after the fight. Sometimes I feel bad interviewing somebody that's coming off a knockout because their head's not in the right place most of the time. You never know. Sometimes they don't even remember what happened. But he kind of called him out on it and was like, let us know when you see or felt Stipe tap. And they showed the replay twice from two different angles. But hear me out here. When I was watching the fight, I thought I saw Stipe tap really quick on the shoulder of Overeem. I have to rewatch it again. We'll see what exactly happened. I do not know. But in the replay, when Joe Rogan was bringing it back, I didn't see it. The fight ended in the first round. Miocic did find himself in trouble, but man, once he got Overeem on his back. It was over. He just went in there for the kill and landed some devastating shots, literally knocking lights out of Overeem. I don't know what was going on here, because Overeem did look great when he was coming out, but then he kind of lost himself. It kind of slipped up. I don't know if it was the pressure that that Stipe was pouring on, and that threw Overeem off. But even Stipe said it. His kick hurt. And he's going to deny the fact that, when he got knocked down that hurt. But, man, he was wobbled. Even when he got back up and was putting more pressure on Stipe, or on Overeem, he was still wobbled. That fight could have went either way at any second. So, we'll find out what happens. We'll see what all these fighters have to say at the post-fight press conference. I'm Evil Eddie from Pure Evil MMA. I hope that everyone enjoyed their night of fights. Absolutely amazing. Congratulations to Stipe winning in the land. That was an absolutely amazing night of fights. I really believe that Jessica Evil Eye got robbed, though. Jessica Evil Eye, without a doubt, got robbed. We got 3 wrong tonight, making a 7 out of 10. So I hope I won someone money out there. What a night, guys. Congratulations to Stipe. Congratulations to Verdum. Congratulations to CM Punk for going out there giving it his all. Congratulations to Mickey Gall, man. Congratulations, dude. Enjoy your night. You deserved it. Big, long wait up to this fight. 2 years we waited for CM Punk. 2 years. And that's what happened. Uriah Faber, very interested to see what he's going to say after this post-fight press conference. Jojo Calderwood, I'm very sorry. You put up a great fight, but Jessica Andrade was just the better woman tonight. Jessica Evil Eye, you got robbed tonight. Don't lose hope, girl. Come back strong. This is your 4th loss in a row. It's alright. It's okay. You have so much support behind you. Nicolens, congratulations, man. Great fight. What an amazing night of fights. I'm out, guys. Evil Eddie from Pure Evil MMA, Pro Wrestling Authority. Make sure you guys check out the podcast up on iTunes. I just interviewed Paul Felder. That is up on iTunes right now. Also, tomorrow night, Cage Side Submissions. I'll be talking with Lauren Murphy from the UFC Female Bantamweight Contender. I'm out, guys. Behave yourselves.